What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, Skip Bayless says that in his opinion, Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks is not being totally honest when he says that he's fine playing with Kyrie Irving. It's just that the joy in basketball is gone for him. You know, the joy. The passion, I guess, whatever you want to call it, right? And he's basically blaming Kyrie Irving, saying, you know, it's all pretty much because of Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving has a history of not being a guy that can get it done. He's not a leader. You know, Mark Cuban laments the day that he let Jalen Brunson walk, etc., 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 right? Okay. Here's what I don't understand. And I got to go to other people to make a point here, other players. They were saying that Luka needs help, right? Last year they were saying that he didn't really have another superstar with him, and that's what was holding him back. Luka needs help. All right. So they give him the help that he needs. Another bona fide superstar, an NBA champion, lest people forget that, in Kyrie Irving. So Luka got what the media keeps saying that he needed. Somehow, it doesn't work. Instead of going up, at least marginally, they completely fall apart. Now, the real story that has come out is that Mark Cuban, despite making this move, never really wanted to win this season anyway. I guess at some point in time, he cut his losses and said, to hell with this season. We're going to tank. We're going for draft picks. Despite making this trade. So, me being curious and the conspiratorial, thinker than I am, did Mark Cuban make this move so that he would have a fall guy in Kyrie Irving, so that instead of blaming him for being an inept owner, or blaming management, or people looking at the Dallas Mavericks as an organization, they'll look at Kyrie Irving because he's always blamed. He's public enemy number one. And the media has helped to make him that. I mean, hell, there are certain people in the media that will never give him a fair shake because of something he's perceived to be. And many people in the media are of a certain persuasion. Right? But I thought this was Luka's team, right? Isn't Luka the best player on this team? So, why is it that it's Luka? Excuse me, why is it that it's Kyrie that's at fault here? See, this is what I'm not getting here. Okay, the last couple of years, the criticism of Kyrie is that he hadn't been available. Well, he's been just as available as Luka has since the trade. They both missed games, right? When Luka was out and Kyrie was playing with those guys, weren't they like 4-1? Then when Luka comes back, they start losing again. I just don't understand how one of them is an NBA champion The other one hasn't done really anything other than went to a conference finals. But they're treating the guy who hasn't won anything like he's in the LeBron role, and Kyrie Irving like he's in the role before he won a championship. Literally, that's how this is being treated. Like Luka is the time-tested championship-winning veteran, and Kyrie is the guy who needs to prove himself. So really, all this shit about people need to win championships to prove themselves, all that shit is just narratives. It's like certain people's championships, like Giannis, don't matter. Some people's championships, like Kyrie Irving's, don't matter. But other guys, based upon potential, like Ben Simmons, or putting up great numbers, like Jokic and Luka, that's enough for them. It's all about narratives. That's it. That's it. It's become all about narratives when it comes to sports. It's all about narratives at this point. And it's annoying. At the end of the day, this is what I believe, all right? That trade that occurred seriously opened up a lot of deficiencies that Dallas had. Not to mention them losing Jalen Brunson. Kyrie is a really great offensive player, but he's not known for his defense. So he's not going to help you in the areas that these other guys that were there were helping. So these other guys who were masking a lot of Luka's deficiencies defensively, they're not there anymore. So yeah, Kyrie Irving is not known for his defense, but Luka, I mean, even to NBA observers, is a historically awful defender. And one insider said he's the worst transition defender I've ever seen in my life. But I guess defense only counts, if you're bad, if you're, say, Allen Iverson or Carmelo Anthony for some reason, It only matters. And DeMarcus Cousins. It only matters if you're a black guy that wears a headband and scowl. But anyway, it's that. A lot of it's been coaching with Jason Kidd. He hasn't done a really good job of working with the guys that he have. He doesn't play Christian Wood and others. From what I've read and from what I've heard, it's because he doesn't like Christian Wood. Christian Wood supposedly did not get along with the now former head coach of the Rockets, Stephen Silas. Stephen Silas and Jason Kidd are great friends, and as a consequence of that, he never really wanted Christian Wood there, so he never really wanted to play him, which is stupid. Because the Dallas Mavericks, at one point, they ranked dead last in rebounding. I think they finished like 28th. I know they're like the bottom four teams in rebounding. But you don't play a guy that would help you with that. So all these things led to the problems. The trade, coaching, rotations, injuries, all led to the Dallas Mavericks having this very disappointing season. Plus, shenanigans from the front office, having guys tank at the end of the season. But don't let a good story down. Don't let the facts get in the way when you can put a good story up. And this is the fleecing that occurs with the mainstream sports media and the media at whole. Anyway, tell me what you guys think.